We were seeing racism change during COVID-19. We were seeing specific communities be targeted in specific ways.
These drawings and words represent real experiences of racism in Canada during the last 2 years of the pandemic.
And it's all been carefully curated into this book called Race Issues 2. It hopes to make these messages of struggle accessible in hopes to resolve them.
The poems were all written by Iman Bukhari based on submissions to the Canadian Cultural Mosaic Foundation, boiled down to 40 stories. The book's drawings are by 4 racialized Canadian artists, bringing perspectives from Black, Indigenous, Asian, and Southeast Asian people. This one is called The Irony, comparing the messages of those fighting pandemic restrictions and George Floyd's words before he died.
I see that I can't breathe. He doesn't want to wear a mask, but then it's like I literally can't breathe.
This is the second edition of the book, focusing only on the period of time during the pandemic. This drawing displaying the distance for many racialized Canadians from loved ones.
The person who drew this, they're Indian themselves, and their family actually died in India while they were creating this, so this was actually their own story.
It was a heavy drawing. I think that was one of the last drawings I did, actually. I wanted to take my time with it.
Summer Taylor is one of the artists and is from Toronto. They say drawing this piece called Weight left an impact.
Not only were we dealing with like the weight of the pandemic, but also like Indigenous communities were also dealing with plenty other issues prior to it.
Bukhari says these experiences are still prevalent, and this book is part of ongoing work to create awareness for systemic change, something she says is key in eradicating racism.
Because in order for us to do something about it, we have to change the system. And I recognize that's really hard, but we need to start taking the steps.
Race Issues 2 was released this week on Amazon, and they hope it reaches as many Canadians as possible. It's going to be put on school library shelves this fall. In Calgary, Taylor Braat, City News.